Hey guys, this is Vol. This is a new game of StarCraft Brood War, and we're watching a game between Ret, the foreign Terran player, but this is the guy that also plays Zerg in some of his matchups. He is a very good player, and he's been in a couple of competitions lately in the top 4. More about that, if you want to learn more about that, check out Artosis's video blog on his page, SC for All, in the StarCraft Weekly News. He's got a lot to say about that. In the meantime, Ret is up against a Korean Zerg player who, just checking the name, not really sure of the AKA, but I'm just going to call him THD for this game because it's thdtk9 something something something. I guess it's a guy that wants to remain anonymous, but he's the blue Zerg down the bottom right. And the map is Destination. And Destination being a map that's been played for a little while now. It's not the oldest map in the world, but it's been a map that's been on the scene for quite a while. And it's a 2-player map, and as you can see, the Zerg player sending his Overlord straight over to the Terran base. It'll take him a while to get there, but at least he knows exactly where the Terran player is going to be. Ret placing down his supply depot just below his command center here, so he's not deciding to wall in, just keeping the supply depot handy. He doesn't have to move the SCV too far to start on the supply depot, so it'll be finished straight on time. And no 9 pull yet from the Zerg player. He's gone straight for the Overlords. Looks like it's going to be a basic 12 hatch, so no rush or anything. Looks like we're going to be up to a pretty safe start from both players, I guess. Barracks now down for Ret, and haven't spotted any kind of refinery tech yet, so I guess he's not going to go for the typical mech build that we're seeing a lot of players go for these days. And I can't believe I used the word typical to refer to a mech build in TVZ, because last year, right up at this time last year, you wouldn't really have seen Terran players go for mech at all. Ret sending out an SCV now to scout. He's going to be running into the 12 hatch over here for THD. Second Overlord now moving out, and spawning pool down before third hatch or gas. So it looks like we're going to be going for a pretty safe 12 hatch. Sending out a second drone over here. I guess that's just for scouting reasons, unless he's going to go for a sneaky third hatchery somewhere nearby. I hate it when Zerg players do that. Just passing Ret's scouting SCV now. And looking back at Ret's base, still no refinery, so I guess he's going to be going for the quick command center. As you can see here, he saved up some minerals for it, putting down the commander center straight away. Having scouted that 12 hatch, that's the reason why he's got it safely down so quickly, and it's going to be a long time before THD can harass that. So I think it's going to be a strong economic start from Ret. But, you know, same for his opponent. We've seen no Zerglings whatsoever, and he's saved up 300 minerals, so we might see a third hatchery. Yes, we have. And it's plain view for Ret as well, so Ret knows exactly what kind of build this is. Be able to anticipate it. Still no Zerglings at all. Not even a couple of Zerglings to chase around this scouting SCV. So, and there's the gas after the third hatchery. So pretty standard stuff so far. This Overlord has just made it to Ret space, so we'll be able to see that a command center before long. And that'll also, this Overlord's quite handy for scouting around. Second barracks, and there's the refinery. We'll probably be seeing an academy being built by this SCV here, and exactly on schedule. And it's just a matter of really waiting for this game to get underway. Only 2 Zerglings out now, and has avoided the SCV over here. We've got another couple of Zerglings ready to take up Ret's SCV, and he's not moving it out of the way. A bit sloppy there by Ret, and losing it to just two Zerglings. Really what you want to do is just keep the SCV running around the Zerg base for a while, and hopefully keeping it alive until that lair is complete, and then you can spot whether he's going for a Hydralisk Den or a Mutalisk with, a Spire. I was going to say a Mutalisk Den, but Spire is what I meant. And only a couple of Zerglings out in the field. Well, actually, there's more than a couple. There's 6 out in the field, ready to spot any Marines moving out. Interesting to point out here that Ret is moving his Marines over to the ramp instead of keeping them here. So if the Zerglings rush in, they might be able to get a couple of SCV kills. But the reason Ret has kept them there is just so that there's no Zergling run by. And if he does get attacked by mass Zergling rush in through here, all he has to do is just move his SCVs back home, and he's got the ramp already blocked. So that's partly why that is happening. We've got STEM being researched as well as the academy the engineering bay going down, so things look like they're on cue here. We've got 2 Firebats as well. Very good unit to start out with, especially if you know your opponent's got a lot of Zerglings, or if he might have a lot of Zerglings. And taking a look back at THD's base, Lair nearly finished now, so what I'm really expecting to see here is a spy, because you wouldn't really build a Hydralisk den unless it was much earlier, because obviously, yeah, here's the spy beginning now. If you're going for quick lurkers or something like that, you really build the Hydralisk den a lot earlier. So that's how we knew he was going for Spire. It's really a better build against a decent player as well. And even more Zerglings moving out. I guess this is going to be a Mutiling style thing. And Rett pushing out now. Or at least threatening to. Yeah, he's pushing out. He's got the Firebats there. This is a good move, really. It requires the Zerg player to put some colonies down. He's making do with just the one. But bear in mind, he's built a lot of other Zerglings, so he's got really enough to defend should Rett get too close. And the main reason Rett wanted to do that, I guess, just to make sure that THT didn't get away with just building a colony, a creep colony, without actually upgrading it to a sunken colony. Yes, if you're trying to do some scouting now, but the speed upgraded links, are these guys even speed upgraded? I'm not even sure. That's how rusty I am at this game. He says, "Oh, killing the Ursidon." Ah, that's just cruel. Oh well, I guess it's war, and I guess the Zerglings were hungry. And very important now to notice that Rett has gone for 4 barracks before doing too much else. Normally you just see 2 or 3 when you're teching, but this is a strong build to actually put some pressure on the mid-game of a Zerg player. And let me say some comments about that. He's killing another creep. The thing is that this is a risky build. You've got to actually get your serious push out here and put some pressure on your opponent and take out his third base. Looks like THD's putting his third base down now. We've got Mutalisks just being hatched, or just being hatched now. But this risky build of Rett's has to pay off. He's got to actually have enough Marines out in the field, and he's got to take out that third base. Otherwise, this 4 barrack strategy probably will be in vain. Unless he makes a couple of other good plays to get himself back into it economically, because he's going to be behind on his tech. He's going to need science vessels at the appropriate point in the game. Hopefully you guys can't hear the dogs barking in the background, but that's what it's like at Vol's place. Can't really do a commentary with all these animals. And here are a lot of Mutalisks out in the field. Rett knows that Rett can see the large number of Zerglings as well, and I think that he's risking. He's got quite a lot of Marines out in the field, but again, the Zerg player is quite good at what he does here. Getting some more kills, just withering the force down, and Rett is really going to be running out of troops. He's got more pumping in from the barracks, but he's got to bring them back into the field, and this slows Rett down really. Rett only has a small window of opportunity to really punish the Zerg forces out in the field, and he's losing troops every time these Mutalisks arrive. And this is a 3-hatch economy style muta build, so he's got enough mutas to be able to really put the punishment here on Rett. And now Rett's force kind of looks like a 2 or 3 barracks build. So really, he's not really going to have quite enough guys. He's bringing some reinforcements now, but I've got to feel like it's almost too late, because there's the creep colony going down at the third base. Also, this choke means that if you move in to take out the hatchery here, it's going to be quite hard to get back out again, because you can be harassed by Mutalisks over the choke point and so forth. And a little bit sloppy there by the Zerg player, but not really that sloppy at all. This Zerg player is pretty much on the ball, and Rett is trying to keep up here. Taking a quick check back at home, looks like we've got a Queen's Nest going down, so the Zerg player will be wanting to go into Hive before too long. Lurker's just about upgraded now, and he's got a couple of Hydralisks. As you saw, Rett actually scanned that. And Mule's still out in the field doing some harassment. Rett really just not achieving anything here with his 4 barracks build. He's going into science vessels maybe a bit late. I mean, it would have been great if he'd had some science vessels earlier to get an irradiate off in this big ball here. But as it happens, nothing too much being achieved by Rett's army, and Lurker's almost on the way. We've even got some drones idling out in the field here. What was that I heard? Oh, Mutalisks being taken out. Not at the expense of a few more Marines, though. And this force is looking very small. Rett moving in now. I'm sorry, THT moving in now with a lot of Zerglings, and Mutalisks following up. These Marines look like they're in a lot of trouble, killing the Zerglings. More Zerglings coming in, and Lurker's arriving to seal the deal. Ouch, Rett losing all of his forces here, and this is actually going to set him back greatly. Rett now has to deal with a Zerg build which has 3 gas, healthy looking expansion here with drones moving and just being transferred. He's got Lurkers to deal with out in the field, which are not going anywhere right now. And still got this ball of Mutalisks still alive. In fact, THT throwing away his Mutalisks now. He doesn't really need them, just trading them for Marines. And Rett's push stifled once again. Very bad news for the Terran player. And now you've got Lurkers on the front door.